Yeah, it's me, Pastano. Uh, so, in the last episode, we... Okay, I'll stop being serious. In the last episode, we are defending Will Powers against the murder of Jack Hammer. Jack Hammer. It's one of the silliest Days Attorney names I've ever heard. But, yeah, let's just get into it, Let's just go. I think it'd be better if the game just displayed it. October 18th, 10 a.m., District Court, Coroner 4. I haven't done these voices in a little bit. Oh yeah, I forgot we just went to court. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Have to do my British accent again. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Glow Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all fall to this fact. I see. I guess you're in a play, Mr. Edgeworth, because you said act. No, I just misspoke. Okay, let's just go. I was making a joke, Mr. Edgeworth. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, prosecution may call its first witness. Very well. I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Hey, it's me, Detective Gumshoe. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with a guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of studio, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their actions scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios, who is a really nice lady, was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station there is a gate, see? Past that are the studios with a really weird monkey thing there. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. I like how they don't even say her name. She's so forgettable that they don't even can't remember her name. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Look at that V go across the screen. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., security lady got to the cigar station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. Production staff came to study, went to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was a murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to that whole thing again, wagging my little finger? No, skip it. I think I can probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval. You're probably born in the medieval ages, Judge. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, why is my finger so big? What did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand.
Hello, everyone.
Will the witness declare her name? Oh, that face.
My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. Wendy Oldback, dearie. So just call me Grandma. So even when I was young, I was still how the children believe it. But there was this boy. He called me an old hag. Well, objection. Objection. I object to the witness's talkativeness.
Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand and letting us having to skip dialogue.
I was just getting to the good part, dearie.
Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, see, I was.
And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by now. By you.
You know your stuff, dearie, even though we're probably like the same age.
I'm just dumbfounded. You may begin your testimony. He sure is one hell of an old bag. They went there. Alright. Witness testimony. Witness's account.
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Emma and the rest of it had been going a run through their since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5 o'clock. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? It took to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 o'clock p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading towards the station. Mike was asking.
So dumb. You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination. Witness's account.
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Hold it!
So up until that time, anyone who wanted to go could go into the station.
Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gate, no. But the main gate was locked, dearie. You need an employee card key to get in.
Right, the card key that I have.
So what she's saying is no one who wasn't supposed to be there could get in.
Was there anyone at the studios when you arrived at the guard station?
Paul, Hammer, and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning.
Hold it! A run-through?
They were working at a scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. They got the basics figured out by noon and were to use that afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5 o'clock. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon.
So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing? Talk about a laid-back hero? If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there afternoon?
I had some errands to run that morning. Hold it! Was one of your errands going shopping to Walmart? Specifically Walmart? What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know.
Answer the question.
Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers. Observing, you know.
Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station?
Whippersnapper! I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job.
I'm not sure your boss would see it that way.
Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs. Always. Never missed one in all my years.
Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run through too. You quit being a spirit medium, take up a guard duty. Not a bad idea. Honestly, I'd rather be a spirit medium. I don't know. I don't think I would have liked that.
Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the gas station. Hold it.
Did you see the victim then?
Did I see poor Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the gas station.
Tell us what happened next.
I was at the main gate from then until 5 o'clock. Hold it.
So you were watching there the whole time? No breaks, not even a second?
Of course, I am a professional, you know. Or are you criticizing how I do my job, Snapper?
No, it's just after seeing you eating those donuts in the garden station yesterday.
I can watch the gate and eat donuts at the same time. Snipper.
Snipper Wrapper. Old Windbag is losing it, Nick. Why don't you raise an objection? Dang, Felix. So, the witness was on duty through the afternoon the whole time? Very well. What did you see?
Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right?
Don't you mean 2:31 p.m.?
But that is what? That isn't like a what? How did you know that? Oh, I have my ways. That overdressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts and he talked and talked. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job.
Poor Detective Gumshoe, getting rattled out by a security guard. I mean, dang, man.
Interesting to me, because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m.
Hold it! 2 o'clock, you're sure?
Sure as spit.
Well, who was that man? Who's a mysterious man?
Really, you should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain your something. Like strain your... Now, don't get your skivvies all in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading towards the studio. Hold it.
So you saw Mr. Powers?
That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, sonny.
Nick, this is your chance.
Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon. I'll say it again, it was him.
I don't know why you have to say it was him. Again, but whatever. It's the photo, it's the photo. Objection!
Bam!
Let me get this straight, old bag. Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. That is indeed the Steel Samurai. What is this exactly?
No.
Wait, why was I doing Old Bag's voice? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Tokyo. Bam! Miss Old Bag, is this the foot Mr. Powers that you saw?
Of course, didn't your mama teach you any sense, sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right?
No, they can't.
Well,
I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. Bam. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai.
Oh! I know that. I wasn't born yesterday.
No one in this court is accusing you of that, Mr. Witness. He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
Nosy old man. Even though we're the same age, again. Of course, I have proof.
What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised. Prosecution would like to ask the witness, please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time.
How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look.
Wow, old Windbag has left even Ezra speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof, then. Witness testimony. The man in the photo.
I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that photo. You can see he's dragging his leg. See, clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy?
No. So he had sprained his ankle. Very well. Mr. Wright may cross-examine the witness. She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she's... That doesn't sound right, Phoenix. I feel like you should have rephrased that in your brain. Cross-examination. The man in the photo.
I never say anything I don't mean, mind you.
Hold it!
Whippersnapper!
Hey, I haven't said anything yet.
I'll have you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow, the up and up. You today always whine about each other. It's enough to make an old person.
Mr. Wright, please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness. I think Edgeworth has met his match.
That morning, during the run-through of the action scene.
Hold it! Who was present at the run-through?
Well, let's see. There was Powers, he's a Steel Samurai, then poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate, and me.
And what exactly were you doing?
Observing. Just observing.
What about the assistant? I can't figure out the name of right now.
Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such.
So she didn't see the run-through then.
I saw Powers trip and fall. Did you have like a little each words mixed up? Mr. Wright? Yeah, I did, in my brain.
Trip and fall.
Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course.
You helped make it better.
I kiss it where it hurt.
Let's just skip over that part, shall we? Where was this assistant then?
Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrop, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle.
You may continue your testimony.
He broke one of the props. It was a big mess.
Hold it! He broke a prop.
Sure did. His one samurai spear.
His samurai spear? The murder weapon?
Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it.
Don't know why it was that hard to say. This strikes me as a significant detail. I better write this down in the court record. I actually don't remember what the significance of the duct tape is.
Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad.
Hold it! Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained?
Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch.
That's a nap.
Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked.
Dragging his foot? Oh, okay. Bam! I think we've had enough, haven't we, Yana? Well, there is one thing that bothers me.
Which is?
What is... Old Bag had this really weird accent. It doesn't really take place in, like, wherever we are, in, like, California or whatever. Zelda, California, guys. Where is this steel samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking though. Big brain think. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the steel samurai, yes. You silly little. And it is clear that the person in the steel samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. Are you sure, Your Honor? Object. Bam! Hold it right there! We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the steel samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Powers. You have to consider that possibility. I'm so evil. Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please?
No need to ask twice.
I'm loving doing old bag's voice. Witness testimony. Witness's account continued.
Time of Powers' hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. True. I need to get a drink. There. The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Mr. Will Powers. I keep saying Mr. Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them.
So, if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be the steel samurai who did this. Who did it? Mr. Wright may cross-examine the witness. Cross-examination. Witness's account continued.
The time of Powers'
Poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. True. Hold it. How do you know that?
Didn't I just explain? I gave donuts to the young detective. I don't know why I sent this samurai there. I don't know what's happening. And then after some rubbish about it being a secret pal, he told me everything.
I see Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officer's fondness for donuts.
The only person I saw go to the studio before that was Will Powers. I'm waving my hand at you, and it really looks cool, I guess.
Are you absolutely sure?
Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody suspicious looking passed by at all.
Nobody suspicious looking. Right.
No one else went there.
Hold it. What about before you go to the guard station?
You mean before 1 o'clock? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Yes, I looked at the main gate and it just somehow locked itself. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them.
Hold it. Are you sure? Objection. The witness has answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness.
That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy.
Edgy boy.
Well, when they sure has balls. Well, you know what I mean.
Old windbags have a way of skipping over important details after all. Or for that matter, entirely forgetting them.
How convenient.
Something for you to look forward to, perhaps. Okay. I actually don't remember, what the contradiction for this testimony was. This is the first time, actually. Okay. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. True. The only person I saw go to the studio before them was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. I think we present this again. Yeah, because it's like the second photo. Bam! Hold on. Hang on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct?
Yes, sir, Sonny.
So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture.
And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground.
Right. Anyway. It's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. I think I need to, speak less. I think I need to speak a little slower, because I think I'm just getting ahead of myself.
Oh, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening.
That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15th, 2 o'clock p.m., photo number 2.
Even I know that means it was taken at 2 o'clock p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny?
Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is a bit at the end where it says photo number 2.
Photo number 2?
The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Bam! Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Bam, bam, bam. Order. I think my sinuses are kicking in or something. Please tell the court, what do you mean by this, Mr. Wright?
Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness.
This evidence shows that not one, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Slap, 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 slappity slap. Yet there is only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Bam! Only someone with access to the security lady herself.
What will you watch your mouth, Sonny? I mean, Rippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers.
Bam! But the camera on the photo fired twice. That means 2 people went by.
Well, yes. That's what it would seem to me.
Can the witness explain this to the court?
I don't understand these newfangled computer thingies. Angie boy, help.
Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. He would not help old back, at all. He hates her.
Huh. Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too. Whippersnapper?
Something the matter, Miss Holtbag? What even happened there? What?
Ah, that's right. I just remembered something.
Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai?
Well, yes. I suppose you could put it that way.
Bam. I see. Your testimony, please. Witness testimony. The other person.
Every day after I finish my guard's duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that are suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day.
Miss Old Bag. This is the first I've heard of it.
Well, of course, Sonny. I've only just remembered it, you silly little...
Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination before Miss Oldback has a heart attack.
Well, I'd say that this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of accept this.
Cross-examination, the other person.
Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do.
Hold it! Another job?
That's right. I checked all the people that passed by the main gate that day. I looked closely at every one of the photos that security camera takes.
So you back up all of the security camera data. Wag, 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 wag.
Well, they keep telling me to, yes. But those computers are just so frustrating.
Like I was trying to pretend to be like a stereotypical old person.
I throw out any photos at all suspicious looking, you see.
Hold it! Bam! How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking?
Oh, you can tell by looking at the faces, for the most part.
For the most part? Bam! This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag.
Well, I didn't touch such suspicious looking Will Powers' photo, did I?
I think she's missing the point.
Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day.
Hold it. Bam! Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased?
Huh? A photo? A fanboy?
Fanboy?
Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day.
Objection! Whoa, wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those are your words.
Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate that has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and well, that's where they come in.
They come in through the drain?
I told you they were freaks. Oh,
and?
They're kids. Children. Whippersnappers.
Kids? So on the photo that you erased,
it was a boy. Probably 2nd or 3rd grade.
What? What? Nani? Order. Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade.
Oh yes, well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him.
Boy in 2nd or 3rd grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy.
Right, as I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect.
Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. Bam. Score will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. October 18th. Oh wait, I need to get a drink of my Gatorade. Wait a second. There we go. October 18th, 11:08 a.m. to record. Finland lobby number 3. Mr. Powers?
Yes?
Tell me straight. Were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio?
I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest.
So who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo?
How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was often in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really.
What? You should take better care of that stuff.
I could imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me?
It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now.
Nick, what are we going to do?
First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this.
Right.
And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right. But if we pick the wrong person, you might lose on the spot. You don't seem to sound very optimistic. Yeah, right. I'm not optimistic at all, actually.
Hey, Nick, it's time.
Okay, let's go.
What does that mean?
Please don't say it like that. Bam. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter? The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. Nod, nod, nod. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence. Bam! There's still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts?
The defense disagrees with the prosecutor's claims.
Bam! There is another person who could have committed this crime. Order. Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough. And you chose to do this by yourself, Phoenix, So who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed this murder? Yes, it was definitely the security lady. I thought the assistant girl was the security lady. I don't know why I got them two mixed up, because they're so obviously not the same thing. I was gonna pick this, yeah. It was a security lady. What in your bag?
Well,
you dummy. The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady old bag.
What? Whippersnapper.
Smack, smack, smack. Order, order. I like the sound effects that come out of my gavel when I smack it. Is this right, old bag?
Old bag, that's Miss Old Bag to you.
Miss Old Bag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume. Bam! Then slid into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in the costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers like I do in court. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. You feel like that's a little obvious. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby! That's odd. Also, that Sherlock Holmes is a little foreshadowing for the series to come. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? Finger. Sorry, I took a long pause there. The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time.
Well, what? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it, is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there and do something.
What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way. Press further. Bam! The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers as suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day.
But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer?
Nope. You forgot that Miss Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. That windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope.
Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased.
He's only a grade schooler, though, as you said. 2nd or 3rd grade, was it?
But that doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops.
I don't know how she did that. I can't even, do that at the age I'm at right now. I'm, really tall. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer.
What? How can you be so sure? Oh, or is it to be nice to the kids and mean to your elders' day, whippersnapper?
I have proof.
Proof?
Indeed. Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed the murder. Is it the card key? See, the murder, as we all know, was Studio 1. Yeah, it is. However, you need a card key to enter Studio 1. Bam! How could a boy with no formal relation to the studios have a card key? I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? The windbag, speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. Bam. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgewood, please find out more about your witness, Miss Wendy. What was her name? Something old bag, Your Honor. I really don't care. Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned. Bam.
Well, wait a second. I'm not going to just sit here while you run out barking up the wrong tree. Me? I'm talking.
I love those sound effects.
Oh, great. Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk.
Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony?
Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about.
Not to talk about? By whom? Huh?
You mean it wasn't
Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify. Witness testimony. My lips were sealed.
Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free.
Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now?
Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told.
I mean, understandable. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. The power of the old bag! I want that to be an RPG item. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Cross-examination. My lips were sealed. I'm gonna get another drink. Even though I love doing Old Bag's voice, it scratches my throat.
Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something.
Hold it! So you were told not to talk?
That's right, but by the studio and TV bigwigs, no less.
Why didn't I hear about this?
Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder.
Hold it! Bam! Who were these people, if those even are their real names?
Well, the director and producer for starters.
The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Bam! Of course!
Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it.
So where were these people?
The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting around that.
Where?
Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer.
Studio 2? There was a Studio 2?
Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. Go through the gate and all the way to the left.
The path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I think I've already asked all the questions, but continue it.
They said they had nothing to do with it, see?
Hold it! Bam! Miss Oldbag, this is a trial for murder.
I know that, silly. Still, they're pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side.
So you got your bonus and you still talked? I think I've asked all the questions I have to do. You know what? I'll just take a break. Your Honor, we have learned there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. Director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Bam! Yet as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I told that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. Bam. Court acknowledges the defense is a point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people we have just been told of.
I understand, Your Honor.
This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. I was going to say Mr. Oldbag for a second. That is all. This court is adjourned. This trial is adjourned.
October 18th, 1:04 p.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 3.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me.
Really, it's nothing.
Grin?
Oh, or should I say sniff?
Well, we'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigation. Research. I don't know what's happening to me. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses are certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination.
So, Nick, have we figured out just who it was in that Steel Samurai costume? Could it really have been old Windbag?
What do you think, Mr. Powers?
I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I, Nick.
Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers.
Poor old Windbag. Feel kind of sorry for her.
Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusations, yeah. Okay, let's get down to the studios.
Hey, we'll be back to visit you soon.
Thanks, guys. To be continued. Well, there we go. That's a wrap. Well, this episode turned out to be like a little bit shorter than the other ones recently. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. It was actually really fun doing like Oldbag's voice like the whole time. I mean, then again, it did scratch my voice, so you know. And I think the gag with Edgeworth and Oldbag is really funny. How he just doesn't just wants to get away from her as much as possible. But anyway, thank you for watching the video, and I hope to see you guys in the next part. Bye-bye. See you soon. Adios, or whatever languages I can speak or whatever.